Hey guys, what's up? I want to kind of do a little bit of a different style video for you. I was going to go over and go through all of my gear since I get asked so much about it. And I want to start with my acoustic guitar that I do most of my lives with. This guitar is an Ibanez Exotic Wood zebra wood guitar. I got this in 2005 after Hurricane Rita. When I lost some of my other guitars and instruments to the hurricane. Price point, this thing was about a $400 guitar at the time, maybe a little cheaper than that. So it's not super pricey. String wise, all I've ever used on any of my guitars are elixirs. However, I do not remember the gauge that I've used on this guitar itself. It's a beautiful guitar. There's no fret markings on the front other than the EW inlay for exotic wood. I've always loved the way it looks. I've always loved the way it sounds, and I'm happy that I've gotten back into playing it again. So the next guitar I want to go over is my personal favorite. This is my Gibson Gothic Flying V. This was bought 2 years ago. I found it on Reverb. And I think I paid around $1,800 for it. The guitar itself was an '01 model. It was something I'd always wanted as a kid. I remember looking in the Musician's Friends magazines and always wishing that I had the money to buy something like this, buy a Gibson or buy a Flying V, and especially this specific model. It was really made popular by, I think, Wayne Static of Static X at the time. He was playing one of these. And I've always loved just the matted black finish of it. It's just a very dark black ebony. On the back, there's a picture of Orville Gibson stamped into the back of the headstock. All the pickups are the standard and the stock that came with it. I haven't done anything to modify this guitar at all. As far as the strings, again, I use elixirs. I believe I use the 11s on this guitar itself. When I play this one live, it's always in a standard tuning. Other than that, it's a beautiful guitar. It's so easy to play, and this is probably my most prized guitar that I have right now. All right, so my amplifier. This is my Mesa triple rectifier. It's an early 2000s model, so it does not have the adjustable wattage. This amp came with the straight cab Celestion Vintage 30s. I did buy it secondhand. I think I ended up paying $1,500 on the used market for it, so I thought that was an amazing deal. As far as the tone and the versatility and the power of this amp, it is absolutely amazing. All tube and as much power as you could possibly want. My next guitar I want to show you is my LTD ALX-609. This is a Children of Bodom Alexi Laiho Signature Edition. This guitar was kind of a spur of the moment buy a few years ago. I think I ended up finding it on Reverb again, used for about $1,200. This guitar is my only Floyd Rose guitar with any floating bridge or anything like that. Like I said, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing I wanted to get. I've always been a huge Children of Bodom fan, a big Alexi Laiho fan. I bought the guitar and I absolutely fell in love with it. It has the green abalone inlays, the Floyd Rose and locking nut. This guitar I did modify somewhat. This guitar I did take the stock pickup that it came with and I put in the Alexi Laiho EMG signature pickup, which does come with the active preamp with a push-pull toggle to actually engage it or not. This guitar, typically when I do use it, I try to keep it in a drop D tuning. I have used it live once or twice. It's not something that I play a whole lot. Again, I use the Elixir strings on this. They are 11s, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. If you're an Alexi Laiho fan or Children of Bodom fan, it's definitely a must-have for your collection. For the next guitar I want to show you, this is my Gibson Gothic Les Paul. This is also a 2001 model. The guitar itself, I think, was made popular at the time by Mudvayne when they came out with the album LD50. This was the guitar that he used in the albums, like, or in the videos like Death Blooms and things like that. This guitar, I always had a Les Paul. Growing up, I grew up playing an Epiphone Les Paul that my mother had got me when I was a child. I ended up losing that guitar in, I believe, Hurricane Laura, and this was kind of my gift to myself to get another Les Paul, but upgrade it to a Gibson, and again, the finish that I love. I believe this is a Les Paul Studio Edition, so it's not quite as thick as a standard Les Paul would be, but it does have that same black matted finish and the portrait of Orville Gibson on the back. As far as the electronics, I did change these out. I changed these to the EMG Zakk Wylde set. It does come with a passive pickup, and I did change it to the active Zakk Wylde set. Super hot. Generally, when I play this guitar live, it is in drop D, and it is a wonderful, wonderful guitar to add to my collection.